All right, buckle up. Today I'm diving into one of the most controversial topics of all time, the moon landing. Did we really land on the moon in 1969, or was it all an elaborate hoax? Let's explore some of the most compelling arguments from both sides. First up, the official story. NASA claims that on July the 20th, 1969, the Apollo 11 mission successfully landed astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin on the lunar surface. But some people believe this monumental event was nothing more than a well-orchestrated lie. Why? Let's get into it. One of the most popular arguments is the infamous waving flag. In the footage, the American flag appears to be flapping in the wind. But wait a minute, there's no atmosphere on the moon. Skeptics argue this is proof the flag was filmed on a set here on Earth. NASA, on the other hand, explains that the flag was designed with a horizontal rod to keep it extended. And what we see is the flag's momentum from being planted. What do you think? Next, the shadows. Conspiracy theorists point out that shadows in the moon landing photos seem to be going in different directions. They argue that this indicates multiple light sources, which you wouldn't have on the moon, suggesting the photos were taken in a studio. NASA counters that the uneven terrain and the wide-angle lens used for the photos can create this illusion. Intriguing, right? Let's not forget the Van Allen radiation belts. Some argue that the astronauts couldn't have survived the journey through these intense radiation zones. They claim the technology of the time wasn't advanced enough to protect them. NASA, however, assures us that the spacecraft's trajectory and speed minimize the exposure to harmful radiation. But does that explanation hold up to scrutiny? And finally, the lack of stars in the photos. People question why the sky in the moon landing images is completely black, with no stars visible. NASA explains that the camera settings were adjusted to capture the bright lunar surface, washing out the dimmer stars. Sounds plausible, but is it convincing enough? So, what's the verdict? While NASA's explanations address each point, the questions and doubts remain for many. Did we land on the moon, or was it all a grand illusion? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's get this discussion going. Until next time, stay curious.